Every once in a while, a truly remarkable property hits the market. The kind of home and acreage that buyers dream about and rarely get a chance to own. Today, I want to show you one of those rare opportunities. Welcome to Uncle Bob and Aunt Barb's place.
The reason why this property is so unique is because my aunt and uncle searched for probably close to 5 years, driving all around Spokane, and that was before anything was developed. So that was before, Area Heights is creeping into Spokane now, and they had come out here one time, but this piece of property wasn't for sale yet. And then happenstance, they drove by one day and the owner was out here getting ready to list it. And so they ended up getting to buy it before it hit the market. And they basically started coming out here all the time and camping, because my uncle was a survival instructor. So his home was the woods, and my aunt was very much a part of that lifestyle too. The other unique part about this property is that you really do feel like you're in the forest. You feel like you could be anywhere else, Colorado, Idaho, and it doesn't feel like you're sitting 10 minutes away from Area Heights. And the other unique part of this property is the vast variety of different types of trees. And one of my favorite things about that is that every winter we would come out here and cut down a tree for Christmas and put it in the middle and decorate it and have hot cocoa and watch The Wizard of Oz.
So what is your favorite memory about this property?
Hands down, camping out here before they built their house. That my uncle, as I've mentioned, was a survival instructor, so they would take a parachute out and they would string it up in those trees right there.
Awesome.
And we would throw knives and axes, and they would let us make little stick forts, kind of like the one over there. And that basically we got to run wild, that we got to be these wild little children out here, and our parents knew that we were safe, and that you felt like you would drive 2.5 hours to get this anywhere else. The other cool thing is that there's a creek just right down that way, and where the canyon opens up, we would be able to go down there and basically catch little frogs. There's no fish in it, so Uncle Bob tried to tell us that a couple of times. We found out that was a lie, but it just was more or less like you got to be out here and you got to be wild and you got to really experience something that not everybody gets to.
Enjoy your childhood to the
Oh
max.
my gosh, yeah.
So fun. I love that.
Yeah.
What do you want to convey to the next buyers who own this home?
That this house and this property is truly the love letter to each other about their marriage. That building a dream like this isn't for the faint of heart, let alone doing it 30 years ago when, building a log cabin wasn't a real dream for anyone. Like, you lived in town and that was it. And they really instilled it in Chris and I that we could do the same thing, and that we modeled our marriage a lot after theirs because they showed us that it was possible, and that they believed in us, that we could go find a piece of bare land and make dreams on it and make memories. And I just hope that the next owner understands how much love that our family had here and that those two had for each other, and that my aunt and uncle really, really were stewards of the land. And that if you are going to live out here, it's not always going to be easy, but you feel like a Disney princess most days because the wildlife here is a lot.
That's so true.
I could, set my watch by when the turkeys come by, but it also says something to them that the animals felt safe here and that you felt like you were coming home every single time that you came to have a meal here with them. And it's hard to not have this place be a part of my story anymore, but the cool thing about it is that we took what they did here and we did it on our own piece of property, and that we're building the same memories that they instilled in us here.
I love that. So if you're a buyer who thinks that you would love to build your own legacy here at Christensen, call me or your favorite realtor today for your own private showing.